When Zion Williamson was drafted by the Pelicans with the first pick in the 2019 NBA draft, he was initially labeled as a superstar and a generational talent. However, if you look at social media today, you have some people literally calling him a bust, and even taking it as far as calling him the next Greg Oden. During the 2020-2021 NBA season, Zion showed his superstar capabilities, averaging 27 points on 61% shooting percentage from the field. However, it's Zion's third season that has raised eyebrows from all around the NBA world because there was no third season for Zion. The New Orleans Pelicans announced during media day prior to the season that Zion had suffered a fractured foot that he had to get surgery for. Zion was set to return to the court in time for the regular season, however, that never ended up happening. Zion's return date kept getting pushed back again and again and again until the whole season had passed and Zion had not played in one game, all due to an initial fractured foot injury. Zion had to go through rehab and had many different pushbacks with his healing process throughout the season, and every single time he was about to return, there was always something still bothering him that did not allow him to return. Zion is expected to be ready for the 2022-2023 season, and with that return comes the question: does Zion Williamson really deserve a max contract? If Zion really does get the max, it would be worth approximately $181 million for a span of 5 years. Now, it's no question that Zion will most probably be offered the max, as Pelicans executive GM David Griffin did say it would be an easy decision when it comes down to giving Zion a max. Griffin also said that Zion is historically good when out there and when he plays. With Zion's health being an issue, you gotta ask yourself if Zion would be able to stay healthy. Because if Zion continues on his path of injuries, then he simply won't be worthy of a max. And while injuries for the most part are part of the game, Williamson's injury woes have caused many to speculate whether or not some of the problems can be attributed to his weight and his physical fitness. Zion's injuries have been an issue for some time now, as it seems that during his process of recovering from his injury, he was just gaining more and more weight, and it was even reported that at one point he hit up to 330 pounds. It's unclear what Zion's weight is as of today, but if Zion can't control his weight, it's clear that it will only lead to more and more problems for him as time continues to go by. Charles Barkley even stated his concern for Zion multiple times, as well as explained how with Zion's injury history, Zion is simply going to have to be able to get to a healthy weight if he wants to continue playing basketball. And as usual, Charles made sure to throw in some jokes.
Looked like me and Shaq had a baby. He's already hurt. You should not get hurt when you're young. And he's already had surgeries on his legs. Now he's got a broken foot. He's going to have to learn, even when you're hurt, you're going to have to control your eating. Because when people say, when guys get hurt, Adam, when they come back, you're trying to get in shape.
Right.
And if you're putting all that stress on your knees and your feet, you're just going to keep getting hurt. Somebody's got to be a grown person down in that relationship and says, yo, man, you got to get in shape.
So you could see that Chuck was very concerned about Zion's weight and went on to explain that Zion simply does not have the body he needs to play in the NBA. So with the Pelicans knowing about Zion's weight problems and injury history, why exactly would they be willing to give Zion a max contract? And the Pelicans can go ahead and tell Zion that he'll have to play a certain amount of games or perform at a certain level. However, Zion most probably wouldn't agree to those terms, as he could simply go to another team if he wants to, who would give him a contract without those terms. You really have to look at the Pelicans as an organization, and you also got to look at what Zion is able to bring to the table. As far as what's in it for the Pelicans, giving Zion the max could be one of the, and if not the biggest decision that they will have to make probably in all of their franchise history. You see, the Pelicans have been a very, very bad team for quite a while now. Now that the Pelicans have a pretty decent team, unlike the past Pelican teams we've seen, this is the Pelicans' time to shine and start to progress from their rebuild. If they don't offer Zion a max contract, then there's a good chance that Zion will end up leaving them and their hopes of becoming a relevant team will pretty much be out the roof. In my opinion, the Pelicans are going to have to put all of their concerns about his injuries away and pay this man because, like I said before, Zion has the ability to become an NBA superstar. Zion brings a lot to the table, starting from the fact that he can soon be the MVP of this league and can eventually help the Pelicans win a championship in the future if they could succeed in making the right moves around him. It's pretty obvious that no superstar is ever going to want to come to New Orleans, so while the Pelicans have Zion, they need to do everything in their power to keep him there and to make sure that he is happy. So back to the question on if Zion deserves a max contract, I think it's safe for me to say that yes, I think he does, simply for the fact that he has shown us that he has the potential to be a once-in-a-generational talent. We've all seen what Zion can do and how good he is when he's healthy, so for the Pelicans, it 100% makes sense for them to give Zion the max contract. And while this is just my opinion, it was definitely very interesting for me to see how many of you guys actually think that he does not deserve a max contract. As you can see from this poll that I posted on Instagram a few days ago, about 64% of you guys say that he does not deserve a max contract. And to be honest, that definitely surprised me quite a bit considering so many of you guys had such high praise for Zion just a season ago. But yeah, I definitely believe that Zion does deserve a max contract from the Pelicans, as to me, he proved that he has the ability to become a superstar, and not giving him the max will probably lead to his departure from the Pelicans. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much if you made it this far. Please let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. Do you think Zion getting a max is justified? Do you think he would be able to stay healthy and turn the Pelicans into a relevant team? Comment below and I'll try to answer back to all of you. And thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and see you all in the next video.